takes place. How to build credibility and authenticity before selling any course, ebook, templates. Credibility is all about documentation. How do you improve credibility? It's about having a portfolio. Your Instagram, your LinkedIn profile, your Facebook profile really talks about the credibility that you bring onto the table. Usually Instagram is looked at as a personal personal profile where you're posting personal photographs of what are you doing on a daily basis, something for your social network. What I would want you to do is use it for a professional angle. And this is something that I've been doing, and it has really paid off beautifully for me, to be very honest. It has paid off beautifully. I have documented everything, every single thing on my Instagram profile, on my LinkedIn profile, documented. Hey, this is where I am. This is what I'm doing. I have short snippets to people on my Instagram, on my LinkedIn. That is where credibility comes in. And when you sell your next course or your ebook or your template, now people know that Shravan has been doing this. So if he's selling something, there is credibility behind it. Not just because you can type well and you are smart enough and you can speak well. That is not what is going to sell you your product. Or is not going to sell the product for you. Which industry is good for students to easily start into entrepreneurship? There's no industry. It completely depends on what kind of work you would want to get into. If you have an idea that you want to, let's say, get into the field of, and you want to come up with a influencer marketing organization where you're running digital marketing campaigns, you're doing outdoor marketing, you're doing social media marketing. Of course, there's a lot of money inside this, and there are a lot of organizations coming up today. If that is something that you want to do, intern in a company which is doing something very similar. Who's stopping you from doing that? You will actually understand the ins and outs. You will understand how vendor management is being done. You will understand what are the logistics that you require. How many people do you require for what kind of role and what kind of department? So all of those things, till the time you don't enter into, you will never realize that this was also required. And this is something I'm saying out of personal experience. How can a class 11th student can document to be professional? No. So what I mean to say is, for example, so there was a question around freelancing. All right. So let me just give you that analogy once again. Let's say you are getting into freelancing and you are a graphic designer. All right. Now you could probably look at higher education. You could probably look at working in an organization or a well-established organization and work for them, full-time employment. Aap wo bhi kar sakte ho, nobody's stopping you from doing that. But how do you prove your worth? You have something called a Behance. There is something called a website. You can have your own website. It's dirty cheap today. 1000 रुपए का पेट्रोल कुछ भी नहीं होता आज के डेट में. 1000 रुपए में वेबसाइट बन जाती है पूरे साल भर के लिए. So that is where you document. Instagram, create a separate Instagram profile, LinkedIn, start posting it there. Take customer reviews or the projects that you are doing. Just take a snippet, or not a snippet, or just take 2 sentences or 3 sentences from your client, stating how their experience with you was, working with you was, and document everything. And this is something that will help you when you want to, escalate. You want to get onto a platform where you want to work for a well-established organization. This is what is going to help you. So portfolio is very important. So by documentation, I mean creating that portfolio in whichever field, in whichever area of interest you want to put it into. I spoke about from personal experience, since this is going to be a personal experience, or so I'll be talking to you about something that I've done personally. My own website documents every single thing. Dakshetty.com has every single thing. So if you don't find it on Instagram, you don't find it on LinkedIn, you will find it there. And this is where I can just simply send my website URL to somebody and they know exactly who I am and what I bring to the table. So this is exactly what I'm talking to you about. Document everything that you do. All right. I don't know, Sneha, are we running out of time, or should we stop, because I can clearly see I've already overshot?
No, sir, you can take up the last question.
Perfect. Okay. Anybody who would want to unmute themselves? मैं काफी देर से बोल रहा हूँ. Anybody who wants to unmute themselves and.
Thank you, sir. Your lecture was great, sir. It gave me great values. Thank you for your lecture.
Oh, thank you, Jubair. Thank you, Jubair. That's really sweet of you.
So people are asking questions in the chat box.
Should we depend on a platform should we depend after an interview? Do we connect to the interviewer through LinkedIn and follow up, or do we have to wait for them to reply? Never do that. Never connect with them over any platform. You just don't do that. Should we depend on a platform or build an email list for backup? In what sense are you talking about this? Shravan, you could just unmute yourself. Where should we reach out to you, sir? You can reach out to me on LinkedIn and on Instagram. Vanshika, could you just share my Instagram and LinkedIn in the chat box?
Yeah, sure, I will.
Perfect. Thank you for that. When building an audience, Shravan, why don't you unmute yourself and ask me this question?
Yes, sir. Like as you said that building a portfolio or building a personal brand will be better. So we are reaching to an audience. So should we depend on a particular platform? Like they are borrowed audience. Like we are taking borrowed audience. They are audience of Instagram or YouTube. They are not ours audience. So for in future maybe we should depend on a particular platform, or we should generate an email list so that we can have a direct contact.
So I think in order to build an email list, so it completely depends on where your audience is. Now, for me, the college community, the student community is on social media, and so my target audience is on social media platforms. वो email थोड़ा कम देखते हैं, लेकिन Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn ज़्यादा देखते हैं. So that is my primary focus. But at the same time, I also collect email addresses. At the same time, you will still have to build that database for yourself. There will come a time where you will have to then get into email marketing. It's a full-fledged, very underrated form of marketing, which is email marketing. And I would really want everybody to understand, it's not just about shooting a mail. There is so much behind it. Trust me when I say this, email marketing के लिए एक दो लोग अलग से dedicate होते हैं company में. So be watchful about email marketing, and it's extremely productive. The kind of results that email marketing provides you is crazy. So building that side list for yourself over a period of time will definitely help you in the long run. You then create a newsletter, or you then, on a regular basis keep shooting them emails. तो आप उनके नजरों के सामने आते रहोगे, and that is what you have to do. Instagram पे शायद से आप नहीं आ पाओगे, लेकिन email marketing allows you to do that on a regular basis. So both of them go hand in hand. If you say that, do we just do it on Instagram or on LinkedIn and forget about email? No. Or do you say that should we just focus on email and not look at any social media platform? Definitely not. It is a mix of both. Definitely a mix of both. So Vanshika, what you can do is you can just copy the URL. This is not copyable. I mean, this is not clickable, sorry. So if you could just, just go on to the authentic link and then share it. Email marketing nowadays is viral humor marketing. Yes, definitely. So I can't connect to people like you on LinkedIn, and how can I improve cold messaging skills? Okay, I'll take this. This should be the last question, because Sneha is the next speaker also in line. Is she here?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm so sorry. So this is the last question that I take up. In order to connect on LinkedIn, this is for everyone. All right, this is for everyone. Please listen to this extremely carefully. When you send a connect request, supposing you go onto my profile and you press on the button connect, it will open a pop-up, and that pop-up will say that your connect request has been sent. Do you want to add a note? And there'll be two options, which will say discard or add a note. First one would say add note. The second one would say discard. Now you have to click on add a note. And when you click on add note, it will open a box, a text box, where you can type a message which is of up to 300 characters. That's twice of your Instagram bio. Instagram bio is 150. This is 300 characters. It's a full-fledged message that you can write. And this is that cold message that you have to send. You just have to do that. You greet them. Greetings for the day, or dear ma'am, or dear sir, whatever. I came across your profile, and whatever context you want to talk to them you mention that within 300 characters. Now, when you send that connect request along with that add note, it's going to reflect on my new connect list, the requests that I get. And when I see that notification where it says that Jubair Ali has sent a connect request, it will also show me that message that you have sent. So before connecting, I don't even have to come to your profile. I can simply first see the message and understand why is this person sending me a request. Because trust me, when you're mentioning people like me, we get requests in 50, 70, 80 requests a day. And I will not go through each and every request to understand who this person is and should I connect with them. But that add note is something that I will definitely read. I do that personally, it just happens. And this is why it's there. It's a feature on LinkedIn and it's highly effective. So I need everyone to do that. So this is one key thing that I would want everybody to understand. And yeah, this is very important. Also, make sure that your headline, your LinkedIn headline is on point. Keywords, maximum amount of information in least number of words. That is what you have to do. Your headline is something that is going to be clickable. It's clickbait, and that is what is going to attract somebody's attention to them. So yeah, Vanshika, my Instagram is also, if you could just just share it with them. You can just add an HTTPS.
I have shared it in the group.
No, I think you just shared the link.
It was okay.
And our Instagram.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
That was such an interactive session. And
Most
I
welcome.
guess we are done with question and answers.
Yes. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for taking up so much time. And yeah.
No, sir. It's all right. Thank